All right, welcome in everybody. Got ourselves a paint mayor here. Pretty famous after yesterday. Said to be broke to ride. $100. I'm gonna bid 100 to $100, but I got 100 right there. Thank you. Now 1.25. I'm gonna bid 1.25 here, 1.25. 1.5 right there, and a 175, and a 200 over here, and a 200, and 2.25 here, and a 2.5. 2.5 here, 275. I got 300. You say? 300 and 3.25 here, 3.25, 3.5. But got to be 3.5 here, and 3.25, 3.5, 3.5 your way. 375 and a 400 over here, and a 4.25, 4.25 here, and a 5, or 4.25 and a 4.5 here, and a 475. Now 500 here, and a 5.25. You got to be 5.25 and a 5.5 here, and a 575 over here, and a 575, and a 600 over here, and a 6.25. 6.5 over here, and a 675. You got to be 675 and a 700 over here, and a 7.25. Now 7.5 here. Now 775, 775 and 800, 8.25 over here, and 8.5. 8.5 here. 875, 875 and a 900 over here, and a 9.25 here, 9.5. 9.5, 975 here. Now 1,000, 1,000 here, 1,000.25, 1,000.5 here. Now 1,075, 1,075, 1,100, 11.25 here, 11.25, 11.5 here, and 1175. 1175 and a 1,200 here, and 12 and 12.25 here, and a 12.5. 12.5 here. 1275, 1275 and a 1,300, 1,300 and a 13.25. Now 13.5, 1375 over here, and a 1,400 over here, and a 14.25. 14.25, 14.5 here, and a 1475 and a 1,500. 1,500 and a 15.25 here, 15.5, 1575 your way. Now 1,600. Now 16.25 your way. 16.25, 16.5, 1675. 16.5 here. Now 1675. 16.5 here, and a 1675. 16.5, 1675. All in and all done. Sold it to you 16.5. Buyer number. Congratulations. Buyer number 603. Thank you. Well, that went a lot better than I expected. What's that? Tell you later. What do we got there? Female. I don't know. Nigerian dwarf here. 50. I'm going to be 50 here, and got to be 50, 50, 50. I'm going to be 50 here, and a $50. $50 where? 50. Now 55, 55, 60 your way, Bob. 60. 75 here, now 70. 70 here, now 75, 75, 80 over here, 80 now. 85 over here, 90, 90, 99, 95. 100 your way, 100 and 110 over here, now 110, 115. Now 120 here. 125 over here, 130, 30, now 135 over here, 140, 140 here, 145, 150 over here, 155, 150, 155, 160 here, 155, 150 over here, 155, 160, 155, 160, all in and all done. Going to be 155 on 87, 155 on buyer 87. Another night. This says mini dough. I don't know who wrote that. 100. I'm going to bid 100 here to 100. You got a female in the ring here. I'm going to bid 100, 100. I'm going to bid 100 over here. You got to be 100. $50 here. I'm going to bid 50, 50 right there, and a 55, 50, and a 55 over here, and a 50, and a 55. Who's going to be now 60 over here, sitting and 75 over here, and 75, 70 over here, and 70, and 70. 75 here, now 80, now 85, 85 over here, now 90, now 95 over here, 95, 100 over here, now 105, 105, 110, 110, 115 over here, now 120 over here, 120, now 125 over here, 120 your way, now 125, 120 here, now 125, 120, 125, 120 here, now 125, all in and all done. 120, buyer 87, sold it to you, 120, buyer 87. Eating the decorations? Is it eating the decorations? Got a La Mancha there. 100, you got a female here. 100, I'm gonna bid 100, 100, I'm gonna bid 100. You gotta be 180, 80, no, I bet 80, you gotta be 80 here. I'm gonna bid 80, 80, 80. 75, 75, I'm gonna bid 75, 55, 75. Now 80, 75, I'm gonna bid 80, 80, 80, 75, 80, 75, 80, 75, 80, where? Now 85, 85, 85 to 90 over here, 90, 95, 95, 100 over here, 100 and 105, 110 over here, 110 and 115. Now 120 and 125, 130 over here, 135 over here, 140, 140, 140, 135, 140. 135 here, 140 where? 135, 140, 135. I'm going to put 140, 40, 40, 135, 140, all in and all done. 135, buyer 87. Little female there. 40, I'm going to bid 40, 40, 40. I'm going to bid $40 here to 40. I'm going to bid 40, got to be 40 here. I'm going to bid 40, 40, 40. 25, I'm going to bid 25, 5, 5, 25. Now 30, 25, I'm going to bid 30, 30, 30. 25 here, now 30. 25 here, 30 where? 25, I'm going to bid 30, 30, 30. So I got 30. Now 35, 35, 35 here, now 40, 40, now 45, 40, now 45, 40 here, 45, 45, 50 over here, now 50. I'm going to bid 50, 50, 50, 50, 45. 45 here, 50 where? 45, 50, 50, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50, 50, all in and all done. Sold it to you, 40, buyer 31. Two big females there. Been exposed, they say. 125, I'm going to do 125 right there, and a 130 here, and a 135, 135, and a 140 here, and a 145, 150 over here, and a 155, 160 over here, and a 135. Now 175, 180 over here, and 185, 185, 190 over here, and 195, and a 205. Now 210, 215, 220 here, and a 225, 230, and a 230 here. Now 235 where? 230. 35, 235, 235. Got 230 here. Who wants to be 235? 230 here and a 235. 230 here. You see somebody get 235? Got to be 235. All right. I got 230 right there. Now 235. I'm going to be 235. 30 here and a 235. All in and all done. 230 buyer 87. Takes them both. Kind of a board. Got a board goat here. 150. I'm going to be 150, 50 right there, and a 155, 155, 160, and a 175, 170 here, and a 175, 180 over here, and a 185 over here, and a 190, 195. Now 200, 200 over here, 195, 200. I got you 5 to 200. 195 here, 200 where? 195. I'm going to be 200 now, 195, 200. All in and all done. 195. Put that on 325. What's your number again? I can't remember. 325. Gonna be a doe. A doe. Been exposed. 125. 125, 55 right there. Now 130. I'm gonna put 130, 30, 30, 130 here. Now 140 over here. Now 45, 150 over here. Now 155. And 160 your way. 135, 170 here. Now 175, 185, 190 over here. Now 185, 190. 185 here. 190 where? 185, 190. 185, 190, 90, 185, 190, 185 here, now 190, and all done. 185, buyer 87, 185, buyer 87. What do you got down there? Gonna be a little buck. 50, I'm gonna be 50, 50, gotta be 50 right there. Now 55, 50, no 55, I'm gonna be 55, 55. Now 60 over here, 60, now 75, 70 over here, now 70. Now 75, 75, you gotta be 80 over here, 75, 80, 80, 85, 80. Got you at 75, gotta be 80, I'm gonna be 80, 80, 80, 75, I'm gonna be 80, gotta be 80, 75, 80, 75, now 80 over here, now 75, 80. All in on 75, 325. I had you, Bud, or Bob. you want to be 80 then, 608, $80. Six. Here we go, another female. I'm gonna bid 125 here, 125 right there. Now 130, I'm gonna bid 130, 30, 30, 125 here, 130 where? 120. I gotta be 130 and 135 here, 135, 140 over here, 140 and 140, 150, 150 here, 155, 160 over here, 135, 170 over here, 175, 180 over here, 175, 180, 175 here, 180 where? 175, 180 over here, 175, 180, 80, 80, 175, 180, all in and all done. 175, 180. Sold it to you, 175, buyer 87. Got a female there. Nanny goat. 100. I'm gonna bid 100. You gotta be 100 right there. No 105. 110, 110, 110, 110, 110, and 115. I'm gonna bid 120 over here. No 125. 125. 130 over here. No 130. No 135 over here. 135. 140 over here. No 140. Now 145. 145 over here. No 140 here. Now 145. 145. No 150 over here. No 155. 155. 160 over here. No 135. 170 over here. No 175. 180 your way. 180. 175. 185 over here. No 185. 190 over here. No 195. 190 right there. Now 195. 190 here. No 190 here, and 195, 190 here, 195, all done. 190, 325. Okay, 60. I'm gonna bid city. You gotta be $60. City, $50 here, 50. I'm gonna bid 50, 40. I got 40. Now 45. I want to be 40. Now 50, 55, 55, and 60 over here. You got 60 over here. You got 55. Now 60 over here, 55 right there. Now city, 55, 60, 55, city where, 55, and city, 55, 60, 55 here, and 60 where, all in and all. They want to be 60. Now city 5 over here, and 75, and 70 over here, and 70, 65 and 70, 70 over here, and 75, 70, all in and all done. Gonna be 65 on 31. Little Nigerian dwarf Billy goat here. 50, I'm gonna bid 50. You gotta be $50 here, 50. Thank you. 55, I'm gonna bid 55, 55, 50, no 55, 55, 50, 60 over here, sitting, 75, 70, no 75, 75, 80 over here, no 85, 85, 80, no 85, 80 here, no 85, 55, 80 here, no 85. I got 80, you gotta be 85, 55, 80, no 85 over here, no 80, no 85, 55, 80, no 85, all in and all done. $80, buyer 87. Here's a little fatty. Be a Nigerian dwarf weather. 50, I'm gonna be 50 right there, in the 5 in the city over here, in the city over here, in the 75, 80 over here, 80, no 85, 85 to 90, 90, no 95 over here, no 100 over here, no 105. Now 110 here, 110, I'm gonna be 115, 120, no 120 your way, no 125, I'm gonna be 125, 120 here, no 125, all in and all done. Gonna be 120 on 325, 325. Two does. Buy one or two. 50, I'm gonna be 50, you gotta be 50 right there, and a 55, I'm gonna be 55, 55, 50, and a 55. I'm gonna be 55, 55, 50, and 55. 55 where? I'm gonna be, you wanna be 50 now, 60 over here, sitting, 75, 75 here, and 70, 75, 75, 80 over here, no 85. 80 right. 85, 55, 80 here, now 85, 80 here, 85, 55, 80 now 85, 85, now 90 over here, 90, no 95, 95 over here, 95, 100 over here, 105, 105 up there, now 110, now going to be 115 over here, no one got to be 115, 110 here, 115, 120, 120 over here, no 115, 120, 115 here, 120 where, 115, now going to be 120, 20, 20, 20, all in and all done. Going to be 115 up there, buyer number, what's that number today? There it is, 602, 602, thank you. Those two match, or the Two ewe lambs here. 50, I'm going to be 50, 50, 50 right there, and a 55, 55 over here, and a 55, 55. You want to be 55 over here. Now 60 here, and a 75, 75, and a 70 over here, 75, 70, 70 your way. Now 75, 75 over here, and 80. 85 over here, 85 and a 90 over here, 95, 95, 100 over here, 195 here, and a 100 where, 95, 100, 95 and 100 where, 95, 100, 195 here, and a 100 all in and all, now 100. Now 105, I'm going to put 105, 55, 100 here, and a 105, 100, now 105, all in and all done. Going to be 100 buyer 87, 100 buyer 87. Yeah, we want to get away, even though I do. Weigh the two red ones. Let's weigh the two red ones, and then we're going to weigh the sow, and then you can weigh all the piglets. So is it just two on there right now? Got two on right now? Two on. Yep. Should be two 1-year-old Mangalites of gilts coming in the door here. Purebred. Okay, buy one or two. Purebred Mangalites of gilts. 100, I'm going to put 111, got to be 100 right there. Now 105, I'm going to put 105, 105. You want two? 200, now 205, I'm going to 205. 210 over here in a 210, 210, you got to be 210, George. 210 here in a 215 over here in a 215, 215 and 220. Now 225, 225 and a 230 over here in a 230, 230 your way, now 235. Now 240 here, 240 here and a 240 here and a 240. Now 245, 245 over here in a 250 over here in a 255, 255, 260 over here in a 260. 260 here in a 265, 265, 260 here in a 265. I got you at 260, I'm going to be 265, 55, 260 here in a 265, all in and all done. 260, and he wants one. Take your pick. Okay, one left. Good work. All right, one left here. 100, I'm going to put 100 right there. Now 105, I'm going to put 105, 55, 100 here and 105. 100 here and 105, I'm going to put 105, 55, 100 here and 105. 100 here, 105 where? 100 here and 105, 55, 100 and 105, 100 here and 105, 105. 110, 110, I'm going to put 115 and 120 over here and 125 over here and 130, 135 over here and 140 and 145. 150 here, 155, 130 over here and 135, 170 over here and 175, 180 over here and 185. 190 here, 190 and 195 over here and 190 and 195. 190 over here, and 195, 190 here, and 195, 195, all in and all done. 195, now 200, 200 here, and a 205, I'm going to put 205 to 210 over here, and a 215, 215, 210, 215, I'm going to sell it right here, 210, all in and all done. Sold it to you, 210, Al. 476, thank you. Right? thumbs up. Oh yeah, he's probably talking about that horse. That's nuts. Yeah. He bought it here a long time ago. It was supposed to go to AJ Long. One sow coming in here. He's 2.5 years old. All right, says here, 2.5-year-old Mangle eats a Yorkshire Cross sow. 100. I'm gonna bid 100 here and 100 right there. Now I'm gonna bid 105, 55, 100 here and 105, 100 here and 105. Where? I got 100. You gotta be 105. Over you know I'm 55, 100 and 105. Over you know 100, 105, 100 here and 100 and 105. Over you know 100 and 105, 55, 100 and 105, 100. All in and all done. 100 your way. Gonna be 8 piglets coming in next. 7 weeks old. I don't know. Some of them are pretty small. They're not cut? No. Males will not be cut. £18 average. A couple big ones in there, bigger ones. Easy does it. Right? Pretty cute there. Okay, buy 1 or 8. I don't care. Sell your choice if you want. $15. Now 20. I'm gonna be 20, 20, 20, 15, 20 to 25. 25 here now 30, 30. I'm gonna be 30, 30 to 35. 35 now 40. 40 over here, 35 and 40. 35 here now 40, 35, 40. I got 35 here. Anybody else want to be 40? 35. I'm going to be 40, 40, 40, 35. I'm going to be 40 over here, 35 now 40. 35 here, 40, 35 and 40, 40, 40, 35, 40, 35 here now 40. All in and all done. 35, Al's way over there. Takes the 3 bigger ones. $13, $14, and $15. He says you can pen him back with the sow if you want. Got 5 left here. 10, I'm going to bid 10, 10 right there. Now 15, 15 here, now 20, 20, now 25 over here, now 25, now 30 over here, now 25, 30. 25 here, 30 where? I'm going to bid 25, now 30, got to be 30, 30, 30, 25, I'm going to bid 30, 30, 30. 25 and 30, 25, I'm going to bid 30, 30, 30, 25 now, 30, 25, 30, all in and all done. $25 your way. 2 females, and that's the buyer number what? 611. She'll take 2 females, probably just try to pick the biggest females. Should we get paint? Okay, we got 3 left. You cool? $10. We would get 10. I got 10. Now 15. Now I'm gonna bid 10. Now 15. Got to be 15 right there. Now 20. I'm gonna bid 20, 20, 20, 20. Now 25. 25 here. 20 here. Now 25. I'm gonna bid 25 here. Now 20. Now 25. 20 here. 25 where? 20. Now 25. 20 here. Now 25. 5, 5. 20 here. Now 25. 25. Now 30. You got to be 30. Al. 25 and 30. 25 here. Now 30. 25 here. Now 30. All in and all done. 25 now 30. Sold it to you. 25. 600. What do you think? Tiny little white one. Orange X. Looks like a boy from here. Two left here. 10. I'm going to bid 10, 10, 10. I got 10 to 15 right there, and a 20 over here, and a 20, 20, 20, 15, now 20. 15 here, 20 where? I'm going to bid 20, 20, 20, 15, and 20 over here, and 15, 20, 15, 20, all in and all done. $15 down there. 606 takes them both. Thank you. Orange circle on the last 2. Okay, lot 16 is going to be 2 dozen eggs. Two dozen eggs right here, lot 16. $6. I'm gonna bid a 666. You gotta be $6. 6 right there, and a 6 and a quarter. I'm gonna 6 and a quarter. Here's $6 and a 6 and a quarter. I mean, a 6 and a 6 and a quarter. I got $6 here. Now 6 and a quarter. You get 2 dozen eggs. 6 here and a 6 and a quarter. I'm gonna bid a quarter, quarter, quarter. $6 here and a 6 and a quarter. 6 and a quarter. Now 6 and a half. 675 up top. 675. You wanna be 675. 6 and a half here. 675 right there, and a 7 over here and a 7 and a quarter. 7 and a quarter here and a 7 and a quarter. $7 and a quarter. 7 and a half here and a 775. Then a 75. Now $8. $8 here. 8 and a quarter over here. No 8 and a quarter. Gotta be 8 and a quarter. $8. 8 and a quarter. $8 here, 8 and a quarter, 8 and a little bit, 8 and a quarter over here, 8 and a little bit, 8 and a quarter, all in and all done. $8, 607, 607. Where's Terry? 607. Okay, 2 dozen eggs, lot 35. Get 2 dozen. 7, I'm gonna bet 7. Gotta be 7 here, and I'm gonna bet 7 right there, and a 7 1/4. I'm gonna bet 7 1/4 here, 7 here and a quarter. 7 here, quarter where? 7 1/4 here, 7 1/4, 7.5 here, and a 7.5, 7.75. 7.75 and $8. Gotta be 8 over here, no 8 1/4. I'm gonna bet 8 1/4 here, no 8 1/4. 8 1/4, 8.5 over here, no 8 1/2. 8.75. You gotta be 8.75 up there. 8.75 your way. Now 9, 8.75. I'm gonna bet a 9. 8.75 9. 8.75 here, 9 where? 8.75 to 9. 8.75 now 9. All in and all done. 875 up there, buyer number 602, 602. I'll write it. I think it's lot 18, 17, lot 17. That's going to get knocked over. What? We need tape? Send somebody for tape. 2 dozen, lot 17, 2 dozen. $8. I'm gonna bet $8 right there. No 8 1/4. I'm gonna bet 8 1/4, quarter. 8 1/4 here. No 8 1/2. 8 1/2 here. You gotta be 8 1/2. 8 1/4. 8 1/2. 8.75 where? 8.75. 8.75 to $9 and a 9. I'm gonna bet 9.99. 8.75 here. 9 where? 8.75. I'm gonna bet 9.99. 8.75 to 9. All in and all done. 8.75. George down there. 8.75. Buyer number 608. Lot 18. 2 dozen. Whatever. They all look the same here. $8. I'm gonna bet $8 here. No $8. I'm gonna bet $8. Got to be $8 right there. No 8 1/4. 8 1/4 here. No 8 1/2. 8 1/2. George, you want to be 8 1/2 here? No 8 1/2. 8 1/2 your way. 8.75. I'm gonna bet 8.75 here. No 9.99. 8.75 9. 8.75 here. 9 where? 8.75. I'm gonna bet 9.99. 8.75 9. Sold it to you. 8.75 right there. 607. Okay, lot 20. Get 118 pack. $10 here. I'm gonna bet 10 right there, and a 10, a 10 1/4. I'm gonna bet 10 1/4 here, and a 10, a little, a 10 1/4, 10 1/2 here, and a 10 1/2. Now 10.75, 10.75, $11 your way. 11 gotta be 11, 11 1/4 here, 11 1/4, 11 1/2, 11 1/2 over here, 11.75 over here, 11.75, 11 1/2, 11.75. Now 12, and a 12 1/4 here, 12 1/4. I'm gonna bet 12 1/4 here, 12, 12 1/4, 12 1/4 your way. You gotta be 12 1/4, 12 here, and a 12 1/4. I'm gonna bet 12 1/4, quarter, 12 1/4, 12 1/4. There he is, 12 1/2, 12.75 over here, and a 12.75 and a 13, $13. You cool with that? 13 1/4 here, and a 13 1/2, 13 1/2 your way. 13 1/2, 13.75 and a 1400 over to 14 and 14 1/4, 14 here, and a 14 1/4, 14 and 14 1/4. All in and all done. Right there, $14, 602. I'm $1,400, right? Yeah. What is it, 602? Lot 19, you get another chance at an 18 pack. 24 eggs. 24, my bad. $12. I'm gonna bet 12, 12, 12. I'm gotta be 12 here and the $12 where? $12 here. I'm gonna bet 12, 12 right there and 12 1/4. I'm gonna bet 12 1/4 here. 12 1/2. 12.75. 12.75. $13 here and a 13 1/4. 13 1/2 here and a 13.75. 13.75. $14 and 14 1/4 here. 14 1/4. 14 1/2 here and a 14 1/2. 14 1/2. 14 1/4. 14 1/2 right there. Now 14.75. 14.75 over here and 14.75. You want to be 14.75. Now $15. 15 over here and a 15 and 15 1/4 here and a 15 1/4. 15 here. 15 1/4. quarter, 15 here and a 15 and a quarter, all in and all done. $15, 602, $15, 602. That's all for eggs. These right here, I just pushed them out for you. 2 dozen? Yep. Lot 34, 2 dozen. These ones? Yeah, got some all colors in there. 10, I'm gonna bet 10, 10, 10, 10, a little bit on a 10, 10, $8, I'm gonna bet 8 right there, no 8 and a quarter, $8 here, no 8 and a quarter, 8 and a quarter here, no 8 and a quarter, 8 and a half, no 8 and a half, 8.75 over 8.75 to 9, $9 here, 9 and a quarter, 9 and a quarter here, 9 and a quarter, 9 and a half here, 9 and a half to 9.75, 9.75, $10 here, 10 and a quarter here, no 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half here, no 10 and a half, 10, you gotta be 10 and a half, now 10.75, 10.75 over here, 10 and a half, 10.75, 10 and a half here, 10.75 where, 10 and a half, 10.75, all in and all done, gonna be 10 and a half, 607. Ready when you are. 4 male call ducks. Who could be $10? I'm gonna bet 10, 10, 10. Gotta be $10 here. I'm gonna bet 10, 10, 10, 10. $5. I'm gonna bet 5, 5, 5, $5 where? I got $1 now. 2.5, 2.5 now. 5, 5 here. 7.5. Gotta be 7.5. 10, 10, 10. 7.5 now. 10. 7.5 here. 10 where? 7.5. You gotta be $10 over here. 7.5, 10. 7.5 here now. 10, 7.5. I'm gonna bet 10, 10, 10. 7.5 now. 10, 10, 10. All in and all done. 7.5 on 87. Three male call ducks this time. 2.5 here. You got to be 2.5. I'm gonna be 2.5. 2.5 now. 5 now. 7.5. 7.5. $5 now. 7.5. 7.5 here. 5. Got 5 right there. 7.5. I'm gonna be 7.5. Half. 7.5. $5. 7.5. $5 here. 7.5. All in and all done. $5 down there, sir. What's that buyer number? 619. 619. Thank you. Three female call ducks. Two and a half now. 2.5. I'm gonna be 2.5 right there now. 5. 2.5. 5. 7.5. 5 here and a 7.5. 5 here. 7.5. $5 here. 7.5 where? If I know the 7.5, we got to be 7.5. $5 here and a 7.5. $5 here. 7.5. I know the 7.5 here and a 5 and 7.5. All in and all done. $5.87. Sorry, Nick. Two rooters. $10. We're gonna be 10, 10, 10. We gotta be 10 here. You gotta be 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 7.5 here and a 7.5. I'm gonna be 7.5 here and a $5. Fine, a little bit on a 5, 5. Fine, a little bit on a 5. Now 5. Let's see here. 7.5. $5 here and a 7.5. Fine, a little bit on 7.5 here and a 5, 7.5. 7.5 now 10 over here and a 10, 10, 10. 7.5 here 10. 7.5 here 10. Where is 7.5 now 10, 10, 10. 7.5 now 10. 7.5 10. All in and all done. 7.5. 325. Get 3 roosters. 10. I'm gonna be 10, 10, 10. Gotta be $10 here. I'm gonna be 10, 10, 10. 7.5. 7.5 here. I got 7.5 now. 10. 7.5 here and a 10, 10, 10. 7.5 here. 10 where? 10. Now 12.5. 12.5. I'm gonna be 12.5. 12.5 now 15 over here. $15. You gotta be $15. 17.5. 15 here and a 17.5. 15 here. 17.5. Now 20. Gotta be 20, 20, 20. 17.5 now 20. 17.5. 20 where? 17.5 now 20, 20, 20. All in and all done. 17.5. 325. All under 16 weeks old. They're going to get big. There's 3 in there, 3 roosters. 15, I'm going to bid 15, 15, I'm going to bid 15, got to be $15 here. $10, I'm going to bid 10 and 12 and a half, 10 here and 12 and a half, I'm going to bid 12 and a half, half, 12 here, now 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15 over here, now 15, 17 and a half here, now 17 and a half. Back to you, 17 and a half, 17 and a half here, 15 and 17 and a half, 15 here and 17 and a half, got to be 17, I got 17 and a half there. Now 20 up top, you want to be 20 up top, 17 and a half, 20 your way, 20, 20, 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half here, you got to be 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 22 and a half. Now 25, got to be 25, 5, 5, 22 and a half, 25, 22 and a half, 25, 25, now 27 and a half your way, 27 and a half, I'm 27 and a half, 25, 27 and a half, 25 here, 27 and a half, all in and all done. Going to be 25 on 325. Okay, 2 and 1. Who give me 5? I'm going to bid 5. Got to be 5, 5, 5. Another bit of loading, 5, 5, 5. $5 where? Another bit of loading, 5, 5, 5, 5. Another bit of loading, 5, 5, 5. 2 and a half, 2 and a half. Another bit of loading, 2 and a half, half, half. 2 and a half. Another bit of loading, 2 and a half, 2 and a half. Now 5, 2 and a half. Another bit of loading, 5, 5, 5. 2 and a half here. Now 5, 2 and a half, 5. Where? All in all done. 2 and a half up there. Buyer 602 still. Yep. Thank you. Good save. You get 3, 2 and a half. I'm going to put 2 and a half. You're 2 and a half. Now 5, 5, 5. 2 and a half here. 5 where? 2 and a half and 5. 2 and a half. Now 5, 5, 5. 2 and a half. I'm going to put 5, 5, 5. 2 and a half. Got to be 5. 2 and a half. $5. 2 and a half. Now 5. You get 3. 2 and a half. Now 5. 2 and a half. Now 5, 5, 5. I got 5. Now 7 and a half here. 7 and a half. Now 10, 10, 10. 7 and a half. 10 to 12 and a half. 12 and a half here. 15. Got to be 15. 17 and a half here. Now 15. 17 and a half. Now 20. 20 over here. 17 and a half. 20, 20, 20. 17 and a half. Now 20, 20, 20. 17 and a half. Now 20. All in and all done. 17 and a half. 325. Lot number 10, 3 roosters. 3 roosters, $10. I'm going to bid 10 right there in the 12 and a half. Got to be 12 and a half, 12 and a half, now 15 over here, now 15, 17 and a half, now 20. 20 over here, 20, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 20 here, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, now 25. 25, 20 and a half here, 25, I got 25, now 27 and a half. 25 here, 27 and a half, where? 25, I'm going to bid 27 and a half, 27 and a half. Now 30 over here, 30, 30, 30, 30, now 32 and a half, got to be 32 and a half here. 30 here, now 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 30, now 32 and a half, all in and all done. $30, 325, $30 buyer, 325. You get 2. 7 and a half. I'm going to bid 7 and a half, 7 and a half, now 10, 10, 10, 7 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half here, now 15, 17 and a half here, now 17 and a half, now 20. 20 over here. I got 20 up there. Did you say it? 20, now 22 and a half here, now 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 25 over here, now 25, 5, 5, 22 and a half, 25, 22 and a half here, 25 where? 22 and a half, now 25. Sold it to you, 22 and a half, 325. Two more roosters. 5, I'm a bit of got to be 5 now 7 and a half here, now 5 and 7 and a half. $5 here, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, now 10, 10, 10, 10 here, 12 and a half. 12 and a half here, now 15, 15 and 17 and a half over here, now 17 and a half. 15 here, 17 and a half, now 20 over here, got to be 20, 20, now 22 and a half. 22 and a half, 20 here. You want to be 22 and a half, young man? Yes, sir. Now 25. 25 here, 25, 22 and a half, 25. How many were in there, Jess? 2. I'm asking you for 25, 25, 5, 5, 25, 22 and a half, 25. I got 22 and a half next to you. You got to be 25, 25, 5, 5, 25. Now 27 and a half here, 27 and a half. You got to be 27 and a half. Now 30, you got to be 30, 30, 30, 27 and a half here. Now 30, all in and all done. 27 and a half right there, young man. What's that number again? 619, 619. Lot 12, getting 2 again. 15, I'm going to put 15 here and 17 and a half, 15 and 17 and a half, where 15 here, 17 and a half, now 20, got to be 20, 20, now 22 and a half here, now 25, 25 here, 25, 27 and a half here, now 27 and a half, 25, 27 and a half, 25 here, and 27 and a half, now 30, got to be 30, 30, 30, 20, 30, now 32 and a half here, now 32 and a half, 2 and a half, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 30 here, now 32 and a half, what's that? 2 in there. You want to be 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 35. I'm going to be 35, 5, 32 and a half here. Now 35, all in and all done. 32 and a half on 602, 32 and a half on 602. Thank you. Lot number 15. Get 20. I'm going to bet 20, 20, 20. Got to be 20 here and 20. I'm going to bet 20, 20, 20. 15. I'm going to bet $15 here and 15. I'm going to bet 15. I got 15, 17 and a half over here and 15, 17 and a half. Where? 15 here, 17 and a half, the 20 over here and 20, the 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 25, 25, 55, 25, 22 and a half, now 25, 22 and a half, 25, 27 and a half, 25, 27 and a half here and 25, 27 and a half. All in and all done. Going to be 25, 602, 25 buyer 602. Number 3, you get 2. 20, I'm going to bet 20, 20, 20, 20, no. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 15. I'm going to bet 15 here, $15 here, and a 15, you get 2. 15, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, the 20 over here, and 20, 20, 20, 20, 17 and a half, now 20. 17 and a half here, now 20, 17 and a half, 20, 20, 20, 20, 17 and a half, now 20, 17 and a half, now 20. All in and all done, sold it to you, 17 and a half, 325. Lot 14, going to be 2. $15 on 15 and 17 and a half. Got to be 17 and a half, 15 here and 17 and a half. Now 20 your way. 2 and a half here and 22 and a half, 25. 25. You want to be 27 and a half down there. Now 30. 30 over here. You got to be 30, 30, 30, 30. Now 32 and a half. Looking at you, Bob. 32 and a half here. 30, 32 and a half. How about 32 and a half down there? I got 30 here. 32 and a half. You want to be 32 and a half, Bob? 32 and a half. 30 here. 32 and a half. All in and all done. Sold it to you. $30. 602. Getting 2 here. 15. I'm gonna bet 15, 15, 15. I'm gonna bet 15. You gotta be $15. 15 with $10 here. 10, little in a 10, 10, 10, little in a 10. Now 12 and a half. 10, little 12 and a half. 15 over here. Now 15, 17 and a half. Now 20 here. 20 here. You gotta be 20, 20, 20, 17 and a half. Now 20, 20. Now 22 and a half. 22 and a half. 20 here and 22 and a half. 22 and a half. 20 here. 22 and a half. 22 and a half. Now 25. A bit of a 25, 5, 5. 22 and a half down here. 25. All in and all done. 22 and a half right there. 621. Glad I seen ya. 621. Four roosters, and they will, you put them on your hens, and you're going to get blue and olive eggs, they say. 20, I'm going to be 20, 20, 20. You get 4 in there, you say? 20, I'm going to be 20, 20, 20. You got to be 20 here and 20. I'm going to be 20, 20, 20, 20. 15, I'm going to be 15, 15, 15, 15. I'm going to be 15 here and a 10, 10, 10. $10 where? I'm going to 10, 10, 10. Got to be $10 here. I'm going to be 10, 10, 10. Now 5. $5 where? I'm going to be 5, 5, 5. Got to be 5, 5, 5, $5. 2 and a half, 2 and a half right there. Now 5, 2 and a half, now 5, 5, 5, 2 and a half here. Now 5, now 7 and a half, now 10, 10 your way. 12 and a half here, and a 12 and a half. Got to be 12 and a half, 10 here. 12 and a half your way. 12 and a half, and a 15 over here, and a 15. 12 and a half, 15, 15. 12 and a half, 15, 17 and a half over here, and a 17 and a half. 15, 17 and a half. All in and all done. 15, 17 and a half. All in and all done. Sold it to you. $15 right there. 619. One hen. 2 and a half, I'm going to be 2 and a half, half, 2 and a half, here and a 2 and a half. 2 and a half where? I'm going to be 2 and a half, 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 2 and a half. 2 and a half, now 5, 2 and a half, here and a 5, 5, 5, 2 and a half, got to be 5, 5, 5, right there, 7 and a half. 7 and a half your way, $5 down here, now 7 and a half up top, $5 here, 7 and a half, $5 here, 7 and a half, all in and all done. $5 right there, 617. Going to be a hen here, lot 32. Two and a half, you're 2 and a half. I'm going to be 2 and a half, half right there. Now 5, 2 and a half here, now 5. You want to be 5, sir? 2 and 5 right there. Now 7 and a half. $5 here, 7 and a half. 7 and a half, now 10. 10 down here, 10 to 12 and a half. You got to be 12 and a half. $10 here, 12 and a half. Where? $10 here and 12 and a half. 10 to the little into 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half. Now 15 over here and a 15, 12 and a half, 15 over here and it got to be 15. 12 and a half here, 15 where? 12 and a half to 15, 12 and a half here, 15. All in and all done. Sold it to you, 12 and a half, 602, 12 and a half, 602. Guess you could say that hen had its Wheaties this morning, huh? That'll be the last one, don't worry. 6 layers. 2.5-year-old hens. Getting 6, all the same. 20, I'm going to 20, got to be 20 right there. Now 22.5, 22.5, 25 over here, 25, 27.5, 27.5, now 30, I'm going to be 30, 30, 30, 27.5, now 30. You're getting 6 of them. 27.5, I'm going to be 30, 30, 30, 27.5 here, now 30, 27.5, 30, now 32.5, 32.5, you're 32.5, 35, 35 here, I'm going to be 35, 55, 32.5, 35, 37.5, you're away, 37.5. Here and 37.5, got to be 37.5, 35, 37.5, 35, 37.5, all in and all done. Sold it to you, 35, 6, 17. Is that what that says? Thank you. Six lavender buff Orpington layers. Oh, who wanted those? I had an order for those. We'll just call it you. I think I know who it was. 20, I'm going to be 20, 20, 20, got to be 20 right there, and a 22.5, 22.5 here, 25, 25, now 27.5, 30 over here, 32.5, 32.5, 32.5 up top, now 35, 35, got to be 35, 55, 35, and 37.5, 37.5, 37.5, and 40 over here, 40, 40, 40, 40, 37.5, now 40, 37.5 here, 40 where? I got 40, now 42.5, 42.5, 42.5, 42.5, 45, 45, 55, 42.5, 45, 47.5, 47.5 here, you got to be 47.5, 47.5, 47.5, now 50 over here, Viddy, I'm going to be 50, 50, 50, got to be 47.5, now 50, you're 50 over here, 47.5, 50, where? 47.5, 50, 50, 50, 47.5, 50, 47.5, 50, all in and all done. 47.5, 602, 47.5, 602, thank you. 5 sapphire gem layers. Okay, a little smaller. How many? 20, I'm going to be 20, 20, 20 right there, and a 22.5, I'm going to be 22.5, 2.5, 20 here, 22.5, 22.5, 25, 25, 27.5, and a 30 over here, and a 30, 30, and a 32.5, 32.5 your way, 32.5, 35 over here, and a 35, 55, 35 right there, now 37.5 over here, 37.5, and a 40 over here, and you got to be 40, 40, 40, 37.5 here, now 40, 37.5 here, 40 where, 35, 40, and a 42.5 your way, 42.5, 40 over here, 42.5, got to be 42.5, 42.5 here, and 40, 42.5, 40 over here, 42.5, last chance, 40 here, 42.5, 42.5. Now 45, 45, we got to be 45, 55. We got 45 right there. Now 47.5, 47.5 here, 45, 47.5, 45 right there, 47.5, 50 over here. You got to be 50, 50, 50, but you got to be 50, 47.5, 50, 47.5, 50, 47.5, 50, all in and all done. Sold it to you, 47.5. What's that number over there? 614, 619, 619. One male, 2 female goes with it. Getting some ducks. 10, I'm going to be 10, 10, 10, got to be $10 right there. Now 12.5, I'm going to be 12.5 here, $10 and 12.5. $10 here, 12.5, where? You get in the cage, 12.5, now 15, over here 15, 17.5, over here 17.5, now 20, over here 20, 20, now 22.5. 22.5 up top, 22.5, 25, got to be 25, 27.5, 27.5, 25 and 27.5, 25 here, and 27.5, 25 here, 27.5, where? 25, 27.5, all in and all done. 25, buyer 87, 25, buyer 87. 4 big roosters, no cage. 20, I'm going to be 20, 20 right there, and a 22.5, 25, 25, 27.5 down here, 27.5, 30 over here, and 32.5, 32.5, 35. Now 37.5, 37.5, 40 over here, and 42.5, 42.5, 42.5. Okay, now 45, 42.5, 45, 47.5. Bob, you want to be 47.5. 50 down there, you got to be 50 there, and a 52.5, 52.5, 55, 55. 57.5, 57.5, now 60 over here, 60 over here, and 62.5, 62.5, 65, 62.5, 65 over here, 65, 67.5, 67.5, 65, 67.5. You're out, Bob. 65 here, 67.5, 65, 67.5, 67.5, now 70, 70 over here, 72.5, 72.5, 70 over here, 72.5, 70 here, 72.5. How about 71, Bob? Go 71, 70 here, 71, 1, 70 here, 71, 70 here, 71, 1, all in and all done. Sold it to you, 70, 602, 70 on 602. Thank you. Getting a rooster here. 5, who gonna be 5, 5, 5, 5, and a little bit only a 5, 5, 5. Who give me 2.5, 2.5 here and a 2.5. I'm gonna be 2.5. I got $1 and a 2.5. $1 here and a 2.5. Where? One little bit on 2.5 here and a little bit on 2.5. That's a deal. 2.5. Now 5. You want to be 5 over here? 5 and a 7.5. 7.5. 5 here. 7.5. 7.5. We gotta be 7.5. $5 and 7.5. 7.5. 10 here. 10. I want to be 10, 10. 10 here, 7.5, 10. 7.5 here, 10 where? 7.5, 10, 10, 10. 7.5 here, 10, 7.5, 10. All in and all done. 7.5, 602. 7.5, 602. Lot 28 going to be a rooster. Two and a half. I'm gonna bet 2.5 here. Got to be 2.5. 2.5. $1. $1. Got $1 and a 2.5 over here. $1 and a 2.5. $1 here. 2.5. Where? $1 bit on 2.5 here. $1 bit on 2.5. Half. 2.5. Now 5. We got to be 5. 5. 5. 2.5 here. 5. Where? 2.5. Now 5. 5 here. 7.5. You got to be 7.5 here and 7.5. Find a little bit on 7.5. $5 here. 7.5. I'm gonna bet 5. 7.5. You got to be 7.5. $5 here. 7.5. $5 here. 7.5. All in and all done. Gonna sell it right here. All in and all done. $5. 325. $1. I'll be $1. You got half over here to 2.5. I'm gonna be 2.5. $1 here and a 2.5. $1 here, 2.5. Where? One a little bit on 2.5. One a little bit on 2.5. 2.5. One a little bit on 2.5. 2.5. Now 5. 2.5 here. 5. 5. 5. 2.5. I'm gonna be 5. 5. 5. 2.5 here. 5. Where? 2.5. 5. 5. 5. 2.5. 5. 2.5. 5. 5. 5. All in and all done. 2.5. 602. 2.5. 602. I'll be $1. I'm gonna be here now 2.5. Got to be 2.5. One a little bit on 2.5 here. One a little bit on 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. Now 5. 2.5. 5 where? 2.5. I'm gonna be 5. 5. 5. 2.5. Got to be 5. 2.5 here. Now 5. I got 5 and 7.5. 7.5 over here. 10. 10. 10. 7.5. 10. 7.5 here. 10 where? 7.5. Now 10. 10. 10. 7.5. 10. All in and all done. 7.5. 602. 7.5. 602. I got $1 now. 2.5. I'm gonna bet 2.5. Got to be 2.5 here. $1 and a 2.5. 2.5. $1 here and a 2.5. Got to be 2.5 right there. Now 5. 2.5. 5. 5. 5. Now 7.5 here. 7.5. $5. 7.5. $5 here and a 7.5. $5 here. 7.5. $5 here and 7.5. $5. 7.5. 7.5. Now 10 here. Got to be 10. 10. 10. 7.5. Now 10. 10. 10. 7.5. 10. All in and all done. 7.5 your way. 325. Look at that. Hang on. Lot 25, you say? I'll be $1 now. 2.5. Got to be 2.5. One a little bit on a 2.5. Now 5. 2.5 to 5. 5. 5. 7.5 here and a 7.5. $5 here. 7.5. Got to be 7.5. Find a little bit on 7.5. 7.5. $5 here. 7.5. All in and all done. Are you saying it? 7.5. 7.5 now. 10. 10. 10. 7.5 here. 10. 7.5 here. 10 where? 7.5. 10. 10. 10. All in. 7.5. 325. That'll be all. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, Merry Christmas, sir. Thank you. Thank you. How is everybody in Romania? They safe? From the Ukraine stuff, everything